Welcome to Coach Nick's Purposefully Fit podcast. Coach Nick is here to inspire, motivate, and encourage you on your journey toward being purposefully fit. Be sure to visit our website at www.iamnicke.com. That's www.iamnicke.com. Get ready to be purposefully fit with Coach Nick.
Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Coach Nick E, and I'm back, all right? Now, before you go asking, girl, where have you been? Allow me a moment to catch y'all up. So last summer, I embarked on a new journey, and within that journey, new opportunities presented itself. I mean, a lot has been happening, y'all. And I know I'm being vague, but it's not time for the full release, so y'all just gotta hang on with me, all right? Needless to say, there were open doors that gave me opportunities to showcase my strengths, but in the process, it was also revealing my weaknesses, all right? Now, long story short, your coach was struggling. Might not have been out in the open, but your girl was struggling out here, okay? I was struggling with energy and time management. I was babysitting my bad habit, aka procrastination, okay? Her name is Procrastination Pauline over here. And instead of calling myself out and changing, I was nursing that thing. So that brings me to today's episode. Call it out or get out. All right? Say it with me. Call it out or get out. Have you ever heard someone say they work better under pressure? Oh, I work well under pressure. I know I have, y'all. I mean, if I could be real, I say it often. And I have to catch myself, all right? Now, I want you to take a moment and sit back. Think about a time when you were either in school, working on a big project at work. Perhaps you were planning an event, doing something at your church, competing in a contest or something. No matter what the situation is, I want you to think back to that time. And some of y'all may have just did this yesterday, okay, or maybe an hour ago, all right? When you actually said, I work better under pressure, okay? You got that moment in mind? All right, hang on to that. All right, great. Now think about how it turned out. What was the outcome? For some of you, look, I'm sure it turned out well. Others, it was just all right. You know you could have did better. And a few of y'all, it probably turned out great. But I like to ask you, could it have been better? Okay? Could you have done more? Could you have exceeded your expectation? Because at this point, your expectation might not have been as high because you allowed your bad habit to tap dance all around the process. But, you know, we're going to get there. Stay with me, all right? How many times have you given your shortcoming, like poor planning, procrastination, poor communication skills, horrible financial skills, this cushy pass because you've convinced yourself that you work better at the last minute? You don't have to speak well or articulate because, look, they know what I meant. Or you constantly say, Jesus will provide, when you fall short financially over and over and over again. At some point, you have to call it out, okay? Now, it refers to your bad habit. You have to call it out because it's holding you back from reaching your maximum potential. How do I know? Oh, because I have made excuses for my procrastination far too long. I done gave her a name and everything. I was like, moved her into the house. She was doing the most, right? I started treating it like it was a term of endearment when there was nothing endearing about my poor planning and execution, okay? I had to call it out. Now, don't get me wrong. I would get what I needed done, but it came at a cost, okay? Stress, anxiety, frustration. I had to forego events due to my poor planning. I had to, stay up late all times of the night, right? Because I didn't call out my habit and make some changes. And more importantly, I found myself settling for good outcomes when it should have been excellent, out of this world, or even stellar, okay? Now, y'all, it's not enough to be good at a thing and merely skate by giving mediocre performance, yielding subpar results. And I want to caution you, y'all, not to get too comfortable with the accolades from people who don't understand the level of excellence you should actually walk in. You know what I'm talking about, right? There are some folks that are around you that will pump you up and you have just delivered trash, okay? But because they have pumped you up, you somehow give yourself this pat on the back that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. No, don't celebrate that stuff. Call it out, okay? It is when you are honest with yourself and you call out that bad habit or habits, because most of us, they travel in packs, right? That you can actually prepare yourself to change. However, if you are good and you like being messy boots, you like having these bad habits, just chilling in your crib, you don't want to change, then hear me very well. Get out. You like, Coach, wait, where I gotta go? What you talking about, get out? I need you to get out of the way so people who are ready and willing to step up and rise to the standard of excellence that is due in that role can actually occupy the space that you're currently taking up. I know you rolling your eyes at me. I see you. You know that space and that ministry that you've been leading for years, or perhaps that job, you got that nice title, that nice paycheck, you've been sitting there for years and you barely do your job, you barely give new ideas for the ministry, you just there so that you can get recognized at the end of the year, you're just there at your job to get that check on Friday. I am urging you to get out of the way so that the innovators can come in and do what they were called to do, since you have chosen to let your bad habits rule. You don't like that? I know. I'm just saying. What we gonna do? Look, I had to have an entire come to Jesus moment with myself and Jesus and recognize the following and make some changes. And I hope that these next few steps that I lay out help you as they help me, okay? Calling out your bad habit is a huge first step. The call out is real. Acknowledging you have a problem now puts you in a position where you can get help in that area, okay? That's the first thing. Call it out. Next, number 2, you gotta begin rewiring that bad habit into something good. Now look, y'all, this is going to take patience, it's going to take time, and here's a tip that was given to me that has been helping me. When you rewire a bad habit, attach it to a habit that you already have formed and that's strong so that you can do it consistently. So for example, if you're a procrastinator and you need help and one of your actions are going to be to plan out your day, you should possibly schedule your planning session after you brush your teeth. Well, I pray that you brush your teeth every day. But do you see, if you have the habit of brushing your teeth every day, allow maybe an extra 5 minutes so that you can do this planning session for the day, and you start attaching it that every day you brush your teeth, you have your planning session, right? And then at first it's gonna feel foreign to you, but eventually, because you always brush your teeth, next thing you know it, you're gonna always have your planning session. And I'm just giving this example because I am constantly working and striving to overcome my procrastination. And so you figure out what habit you can now create to replace and rewire your bad habit, okay? The third thing is to change your language. Stop identifying yourself with your bad habit, okay? I used to say I was a procrastinator, and I would brag about it, right? Now I have to practice saying I am excellent with my energy and time management. I am an excellent energy and time manager, right? You have to become what you speak. So stop speaking those bad things about yourself, right? You are not your present condition. That bad habit is not who you are completely, all right? Number 4, calling out your bad habit and working on it daily will enhance your strength, okay? Calling out your bad habit and working on it daily will enhance your strength. If you're already strong at something and you rewire that bad habit, it will take your strength to the next level, okay? And then lastly, as you continually improve on the areas you've been struggling in, you actually position yourself for new doors to open and actually be ready to walk through them when they open. And more importantly, you can actually sit in the space that you're in because you're actually qualified to give excellence, all right? You can remain in your rightful place in that ministry, in that business, in that community organization, because now you're not going to give the leftovers. You're not going to give last minute stuff. You're not going to give the bottom of the barrel, right? You're going to give your very best. You're going to give the very strong skill set that you have, right? They're going to get the dynamic version of you, all right? So I have a question for you. Are you ready to call it out, or is it time for you to get out? The choice is yours, and I'm out.
You have been listening to the Purposefully Fit podcast with Coach Nick. Visit her on the web at www.iamnicke.com. Spread the word to help others get purposefully fit by subscribing to this podcast. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Purposefully Fit podcast with Coach Nick.